What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my nails double tipped with eating tips. I wanted to try this out. This would be my first time trying out double tip nails. I wanted to see what the hype was all about and why would people go in with double tip nails rather than just add a long nail. So here I went in, pushed my cuticles back, and just buffing the surface of my nail to remove any oil that I may have on my nail. I am going around my cuticle area just to get rid of some of that dead skin that I have sitting there. And yeah, I'm not going to be adding any music to this video, so you're going to really have to just sit and listen to me run my mouth for 35 minutes. All right, I'm going in and taking the excess dust off and just sizing the tips to fit my nail. I am going in with the KDS glue, and I'm adding the nail tips. And I don't know about anyone else, but eating tips are like one of the only types of tips that fit my thumb wall to wall. So I do like using those tips. I get them from my local nail supply store. So I'm doing that for each finger. I have a couple videos coming up. I guess I'll tell you guys about that while I'm adding the tips on. I have some videos coming up. I have some vlogging videos as well. So we have a lot of content coming up. I hope you guys are doing well, taking care of yourself. And if you're a beginner nail tech, I hope you are practicing on your downtime. Practice makes perfect. I was looking at some of my pictures and videos from when I started my nail journey last year, and I really came a long way. I was looking at those pictures like, girl, you were so happy to post that, and now look at you. I'm not saying I'm like a beast, but I damn sure came a long way when it came to adding acrylic. Especially my application is a lot smoother, and I'm working on my cuticle area. You can always work on something to perfect your craft. So here I'm just going in and adding another tip on because that one wasn't sticking. And yeah, I thought I sped this part up some, but I don't know. So I'm going in with my last nail, and then after I add this pinky nail, I do go in and cut the numbers off and then go in and add the second layer of tips. I was really trying not to add any music to this video. I hope I don't have to. But I just got back home from Pittsburgh. I did do a vlog, so you guys will see that video coming up. If you live in Pittsburgh, leave a comment down below. Your city is beautiful, but I really didn't get a chance to move about the way I wanted to because we weren't there for me. So we went to the Phillies game. Well, not me, my husband and my son went to the Phillies game. So yeah, beautiful city. I did look up a nail supply store, but I wasn't impressed with the pictures when I saw the inside of it, so I didn't waste my trip to go. My store here in Philly is filled like wall to wall with stuff. I like crowded nail supply stores so I can like really dig and find stuff. So like I said, I'm just going in and double tipping. I am going in with the same size nail tip. Next time I think I do this, I'll go in with the size down. So for instance, if I used a 5 on my nail, when I get to the double tip part, I will use a 6. Just because it is a smaller nail and it's at the tip of the nail. So yeah, going in and laying this. These nails are long as hell. I wanted to tell you all this too. This video right here is from my Facebook Live. Follow me on Facebook at Nailed by Shy, SHY, because I think I'm going to start going live there, and then I'll add the videos here after the fact for people who only watch YouTube. So here, after I cut the second set of tips down, I do go in with a 80 grit 80 grit file. I knew I wanted these nails to be square, so I didn't cut them at first. But after I got to filing, I was like, you know, sis, this isn't working for you. You're tripping. You just going right in and file. So I highly recommend just taking some really small scissors and going in and cutting the sides off. My first thought was just to blend the two nail tips together. As you can see, I'm just going in and making sure it flows as if it's one nail tip. But after filing for a while, I was like, come on, like, what are we doing here? So again, like I said, I was on Facebook Live, so I was a little distracted because I was talking to people. So I did just go in and cut some of the nail tip off the sides. Now, I wish I went in and cut a little bit more, just because you guys know after you add the acrylic and your top coat, it thickens the nail out a little bit more. So I felt like the nails after the fact were a little bit too thick for my liking. So next time I do this, I will cut them down some. So I'm just going in with that file and blending the nail tip into my natural nail, and also blending the two tips in that are at the top some, and just shaping them sides up a little bit more. I thought this came out really cute, but for me to just sit and do this on myself, I don't know if I'll do that. But I'm glad I know how to do it for the next time a client asks for double tips, because I had quite a few people ask me for double tips and I did not know how to do it. So here you see me learn trial and error from my thumb. So I just went in and cut a little off each side of the nail. I highly recommend, if you start off with tips that are square and you want to go into stiletto, you use scissors at first instead of just trying to file. Let me ask y'all this: when you get your nails done at the nail salon, do they charge you $10 for your shape? Because when I do nails, I charge $10 for your shape. I believe square nails come with your full set. But if you want like a full set and you want stiletto, then you get charged for the full set plus $10. If you're not charging for your shape, I highly recommend you charge for shaping, because just shaping the nail is time consuming, and that's a process within itself. Before I start doing nails and I would go to the nail salons in Philly, they would charge me $10 for my shape, and I would be like, what are you charging me for a shape for? But I get it now. I totally get it. It's very time consuming. So here I'm doing the same thing I did on my thumb. I'm just going in and filing. I'm sorry if I sound out of breath. My daughter is literally laying on my chest. So I'm just going in and filing the nail, just looking at it to make sure it's even and it's not crooked. I do the same thing for all the nails. I did speed this up a little bit. I wish I would have sped it up a little bit more, just because yeah, I didn't speed the thumb up, and if you've seen one, you've seen them all. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. If you're watching this video, you just clicked on just for whatever reason, then do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, check me out more frequently. I got this nail design from watching Lovely Mimi and Zule on their last video. So I was like, let me do my nails something like that, except I think theirs was ombre with gold, and I went with ombre with silver. And I tweaked like one of the nail designs I didn't do because I wasn't too crazy about it. I'm glad she's back making nail videos. I do watch her nail videos. I don't watch her vlogs and stuff like at all, or like her cooking stuff, but her nail videos I do watch, and I have learned quite a few things from watching her, as far as different technique. Some things I choose to pick up from different nail techs, not everything. Just little things that she do I think are very helpful. So yeah, She also uses the Eden tips. She didn't use the Eden tips in Zule video. I think they used all Zule products, but that's where I first found out what that's where I first found out what the Eden tips was, and this is where I learned the method of the double tipping the nails. So yeah, I'm finally at the pinky. Child, my hand was like killing me after doing all this filing. These files are good, but I need to find some really good files. I mean, like really good. Yes, look at that. They look so freaking good. I'm just going in and dusting off all the dust, cleaning up the dust from my table. I do have a lint-free wipe there, and I'm going to go in with the Young Nail swipe just to clean up the dust a little bit more on my cuticle area. I do have my monomer there. I have the Mia Secret monomer, and I have it mixed with acetone because I did have like a portable air conditioner in my space this day, and it was really cold. So not cold, warm. It was warm at first, so I had just turned it on. I didn't want my products to set as fast. Yes, give me a second. So first you saw me go in with Bond Aid, and then now I'm going in with Young Nails Protein Bond. And yeah, first thing I'm doing is laying down a little bit of clear acrylic, and I don't know why I did this because it's not a color that will stain my nail. I think I went in with the clear first just because I didn't know what I wanted to do. But if you guys don't know this method right here, this is what you would do if you're going in with like a bright pink, orange, or like a dark color like black. You don't want to lay that color acrylic directly on the nail bed because it can stain. So it's always nice to go in with a really small amount of clear. And it's really good to do this if it's your client and this client comes back every 2 weeks. You can just file the color acrylic down to where you laid the clear acrylic and just go ahead and add a new set of nail acrylic instead of changing out everything. So here I'm going in with a really thin layer of white from Vanessa Nails. I don't know which one of you guys asked me to pick up some Vanessa Nails acrylic, but I did pick some up. You wanted me to compare it to another brand, and I will have that video coming for you sooner than later, so look out for it. I will say, out of all the acrylics I purchased, this is the only one I used, and this is the second time I used it. I used it on a client, and then here this day I used it on myself, and I was pleasantly surprised at how nice this acrylic worked. This is probably going to be one of my new favorites. I have to see if she had it in a larger size. I do have a large size Mia Secret white. I have a large white, my NSI, and I like this white better. And y'all know I love my NSI powders. I'm using one today. I'm using Peach Blush right here, and I'm going in and I'm bringing with the Peach Blush from NSI. Definitely pick the NSI up. I will link it where you can get it from down below. I'm not affiliated with the company. I just absolutely love this powder. So yes, these nails are long as hell, and I actually still have them on. Y'all hear me clicking them. They are so nice and sturdy. Yeah, so I'm going in, cleaning my cuticle up. And if you watch any of my old videos of my nail application, please let me know down below that you see the growth in your girl. So I'm just laying my acrylic. Less is more with me, especially when I'm working on myself. I told you guys I was going to start doing dip powders with my non-dominant hand, so we will have another video coming up where I'm doing dip nails on the other hand, because when I do nails, I'm always walking around with just one hand done. But yeah, here I'm just going in and adding a tiny bit of white back to the tip where it got a little bit dull from me pulling down the peach blush. Doing the same thing to this nail, and this is when I got the idea to sort of follow the Zule and Lovely Mimi nail tutorial they did. After I did the thumb, I was like, this look like what Zule did on Mimi. So I was like, let me see. You know, I think hers were like diagonal. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna lay something similar. The key to the double tip is when you add the acrylic, there's still gonna be like a little dent. So you see me go in right there and just pile a nice little pile on there and then blend it down without taking off the product that I already put there, just to give the nail some shape and make sure it's straight across. No like dents in it. Cleaning up my sides per usual. And then to save some time, I went in and just used all the white. It's no sense of doing each nail ombre when I can just go in, add the white acrylic, close it up, move it aside, and just use the ombre peach blush powder after the fact. That's a lot better. So yeah, I'm glad I sped this part up some because this is like repetitive. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm checking it out, making sure I like it. I skipped over my ring finger because I'm going to go in on that nail with all white acrylic. And here I went in with a little too much product, but an easy fix. I just hurry up and get it before it sets and clean my sides. Now I'm done with the white powder. I am going to go back in and ombre the rest of the nails. These nails were long. I can't believe I still have them on. This was probably about 5 days ago. I still have the nails on. I get so many compliments about these nails. I'm like, oh sis, you like my nails? They're like, yeah, what nail salon you went to? Oh, I did it. Bam, here go my card. You want to be your own advertisement. If you do nails, start doing your nails. I'm telling you, people are going to stop you and ask you who did your nails, and there you could possibly have a potential client. Here I decided to go in with the flakes, so I pulled out some silver flakes. I just wet my nail a little bit with some acetone and went and applied the flakes to the nail. No particular order, just making sure that they are laid flat so I can go in with the clear acrylic over the top. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm like, yes, Ange, this nail look nice. That's what I'm saying to myself. Or I might have been saying that in the Facebook Live, but I had to mute the video and do a voiceover just for the simple fact that I had music playing in the background. I would really like for y'all to follow me on Facebook. It's a vibe. I be over there doing nails, talking. We really get to interact with each other. So here I'm getting close to that cuticle, pushing it back without flooding my cuticle, going around cleaning my cuticle. Even if you don't see any product up on your cuticle, you still want to make sure you make that smile line go all the way around and make sure your cuticle area is clean. Once I started adding the peach blush to the nails, I was so happy. I was just looking at these nails like, bitch, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. They are so nice. I don't know if y'all heard that motorcycle just ride by. But every time I'm recording, it's always something. They should be in the house. It's 11:30 at night. So here I'm just going in and adding my silver flakes. And I'm like, I was going to add it on this now. And I was like, girl, You don't even need it. We mistreat the thumb. Like, I already ombre'd you. You ain't getting nothing else. That was my thought process. So I went on to the pinky and ombre that pinky out like that. And yeah, I am using a size 14 Kolinsky brush. I will find the link for it and link it down below because I know someone is going to ask me. I love a size 14 brush. I could rock with a 12 too, but I like a size 14 brush. It's just, the application process is so much easier for me. I try to use a little brush and it's like, bitch, what you doing? I don't have time for a little brush. So here, I'm liking how the nails are looking so far. I'm just trying to perfect that ombre a little bit more on my pinky nail. Because the nails are so long, I want to make sure I have enough of the peach. I have enough of the peach blush on the nail. So here, I'm just going in and adding them flakes to my pinky. And the ring finger, like I said, I do go in and do the entire ring finger all white. I was going to like put flakes all over the all white nail, but I was like, you know what, you want to add some bling to this, so I don't even know why you playing. So y'all see like where that little dent is at the tip of the nail. That is where the two nails join. Don't worry, I go right in and put product on there just to fill that hole in. Perfect. And don't forget, this layer is really thin. We are still gonna go in and encapsulate these nails with clear, and that is where I will build my apex up and thicken my nail up some so that they don't break because they are long. My intentions were to do these nails and take them right off after the live, but I'm not gonna lie, they came out so nice that I kept them on and I'm still wearing them. And that's on period. Yes. And then after I was looking at this nail, I wish I had ombre this too, but whatever. The good thing about nails is whatever you don't do on one set, you can always go back in and do then on the next set the next time you do your nails. So I'm just going in with my finger and get any acrylic that may have went on the side of the nail, and here it is. I'm just adding a little bit, and this time I'm not adding the white to build up. I'm just adding so that it's opaque for one, and then two, I wanted to make sure I had that dent filled in a little bit more with the white acrylic before I went in and added the clear. So yeah, there it is. And now we're going to go in and add the clear acrylic. I hope I sped this part up. If not, I apologize, y'all. But yeah, I'm going in and adding the acrylic. The key to this part here is you don't have to get really bulky. You already have product there. You want enough product just to cover your ombre or your colors, so when you go in and file, you're not removing your design you have underneath. So here, that is what I'm doing. I think I had a little bit of glitter stuck inside the clear acrylic, but that's all I'm doing here, and I'm making sure I get that clear acrylic everywhere, and I try to keep my application as smooth as possible because I don't like to do a lot of filing or drilling. That saves me a lot of time, but note to self, long nails really do take a lot longer than average size nails. So yeah, I'm just going in making sure I perfect the sides, and yeah, I like the way that looked. And I'm just going in and adding the clear acrylic to the rest of the nails. These nails came out really cute, I can honestly say. I enjoyed doing these nails. And I enjoyed wearing them. This was one of my sets that I was most proud of, even though it's not like a really hard set for me to do. So yeah, y'all just gonna watch me lay this clear because it ain't nothing else a girl can say about the application right now. But this is when I noticed that the nails were a little thick for my liking. I was like, damn, I'm really gonna have to go in and file. I should have cut more of the side walls down on the tips just so that it would save me time for filing. So that part was like one of the parts where I was like, oh shit, self check. But the best thing about doing your own nails is you can see your own imperfections and you know what to work on the next time you're doing nails. I meant to tell you all this in the beginning. You should probably pause this video and go grab a snack because we're going to be here for a while. I should have told y'all to grab a snack, grab an iced coffee, a juice, whatever you drink, and watch me do this video. If you're like me, then you're probably cleaning or doing the dishes or whatever while you're watching nail videos because that's what I do. Finally, we are at the pinky. Look at that. So I'm just doing the same thing, filling this nail in with the clear, brushing it up, and baby, they so cute. I'm just going in with a little bit of alcohol, wiping my table down, and now I'm going in with that 80 grit nail file, filing back and forth here just because, like I said, I was a little disappointed with how square the nails were, but I wanted them square, if that makes any sense. Here I'm going in with a fine ceramic nail bit just to clean up my cuticles. I only use ceramic nail bits on myself because I always nick myself. There's nothing wrong with using ceramic nail bits. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm taking a little bit of the nail down. I did leave these nails pretty much in the state that they were in when I finished the application process of the acrylic because they weren't bad. And here I just went in with the 80 grit sanding band just to go around my cuticle a little bit more and to smooth out the nail. I only did the filing and the buffing, no, the drill bit and the filing on my thumb because everything is repetitive. So I wanted you guys to see the process before you see that I skipped the other 4 nails. So here I'm just making sure that nail is filed, and I did the rest for all the other nails, and now I'm going in and buffing them all out. Now I'm going to go in with my alcohol and spray my hands down to remove any of the dust. And like to do this on this part is use the alcohol in case I've cut myself or anything. That way I'm disinfecting my fingers. So I'm using a lint-free wipe because now I'm going to go in with gel polish and I want to make sure I don't have any dust. But girl, I knew I wanted some bling. So I popped out one of my bling boxes and I didn't know what I wanted. I was like, do you want to be extra? But then again, I was like, no, I don't want to be too extra because I know I'm going to cut these nails off when I get done. So yeah, y'all know how this goes. When you take the bling box out, you just start looking. I wish I would have went in with like a off color, a color bling that didn't match the nails just because I could. So here I pulled out a second bling box and I wind up just, chilling. I am using the Zule nail glue. I really don't know how I feel about this glue. Yeah, for one, I have to keep it in the refrigerator. That's not realistic. And 2, it dried too quick. And I do realize it because the weather, but I don't have time for that. Yeah, so I just went in with a chandelier look, and sometimes I like to pick my stones out of the box already and set them up at the top just so that I have them. I don't know how I feel about this bling glue also because I think it doesn't look right under the top coat. I don't know, maybe I'm using too much. I was actually scared to use it because after I put the first few drops on, I saw how quick it dry and set. Like you really have no time to maneuver and move anything around. So I did buy a few bottles of this at one time because y'all know how I do when I buy stuff. I just be buying shit and then yeah, I'll be stuck with it. So yeah, it's a good product. I think it worked, but like I said, I don't think it's beginner friendly at all for the simple fact that you don't get a chance to move your product around before it's set. So yeah, I'm just going in. I did a little chandelier look. I was gonna put some little caviar beads, and I was like, you know what? Nope. Let me just go in with the smallest size stones that I have here. I don't know if they are a 1 or a 2. I don't know what size those are, but they are teeny. And I'm just putting it at the end just to really give it a chandelier effect. And I think these look really cute. Closing that up, putting my bling away, but not before I admire how nice the chandelier came out. I did go in with some nail glue dryer, and I didn't even need that. I don't even know why I did that. Here I'm going in with top coat. I am using the iGel Beauty top coat just because I want to hurry up and be done with this bottle. But if this was a client nail, I would now go in with my Born Pretty top coat. I've been using that top coat a lot lately. There's like no streakiness, no bubbles or whatever. They do send me PR, but I ordered like 3 of their top coats just because when I like something, I like to have it. So that is the top coat that I'm currently using, but this one here was on its way out. I like the iGel Beauty one too, but I just think after like once you're halfway through the bottle just get like utterly disgusting. Like I have to go in and wipe it, and I don't know. This is the only one. The D&D one, I had that there. That one is empty now. I do like that one too, but I think the Born Pretty one is better than the iGel one. So I'm just cleaning my sidewalls down because, as you guys know, gel polish can also make your nails thick. So this is the part where I was saying I wasn't too sure about the glue on the nail because you can see it under the top coat. So I just go in and I'm shaking it because I rarely have any product in there. And before I toss my top coats, I really like to use them all. I probably went through about 6 or 7 top coats in the last 3 or 4 months. So yeah, here I'm just drying my nails. I'm drying it under the lamp for 60 seconds. And I have this little pickle jar. I repurposed everything. I cleaned it out. I have some acetone in there. I use that when I'm like cleaning my brush out some. I just put some cuticle oil on the top, and I'm going in with a really small brush just for sanitation purposes. I don't double dip inside my oils, so I'm going around with a clean brush and just cleaning up my cuticle area and making sure everything is nice and flawless and my nails aren't looking all crusty and dry. And yeah, I think I was talking shit on live about how nice my nails look and how sturdy they were. That's why I'm tapping them and snapping my fingers. Y'all know how we act when we get our nails done. So yeah, I did put this little jar in my hand just to show the ladies on my Facebook Live just how the nails look up against something. If you're still here, that means you really rock with me. Here is a close up. I really do appreciate you for sitting and listening to me talk for 30